Welcome to today's video here at West Seattle Golf Course in Seattle, Washington. Today's video will feature myself in an individual round, along with a few friends that I made along the way here. I was able to have a long break at work, and so I decided to come up to the local course, and I joined a threesome, and you will get to see them as we go. Let's go ahead and get right into this round. I showed up at the pro shop without a tee time and went in and noticed there was a lot of people setting up their carts in the parking lot and getting ready to go out and play. So I didn't know if there was going to be anything available. I went in and the lady who helped me said if I can go and catch up to the threesome that was teeing off right in that moment. That was the only tee time that they had within the next hour, and I said, okay, I'll do it. And so starting off this hole, it's a rush start. Had to make sure I don't hold this group up too much. We didn't really even get a chance to, we shook hands and exchanged names, but didn't really get to meet each other too much until after this hole goes. And as you can see, I'm already making a complete mess of this hole. I'm sure they are very concerned that this rando guy has joined them for their round and is looking like it's going to start out with a triple bogey mess here. So while I have a moment, I will introduce the players that are with me here. The man on the far right, his name is Jordan, and the guy in the light blue with the stocking cap, his name is Brandon, and the guy bending down right now, his name is Roy. They were a really friendly group. It's taken a minute to, I don't want to just come right in and throw the camera in their face, so I want to give them an opportunity to warm up to me and see what I'm doing here as I'm trying to record this round. And so as the round goes on, I start integrating more of their shots. On that hole one there, I did start out with a snowman. It was a par 5. I ended up with an 8, and not the way that you want to start, but again, kind of came in rushed, didn't have any chance to warm up or anything. This is hole 2. Hit a good drive, hit a good approach shot. Got about a 15-footer for birdie, so this would be a good bounce back if I could drop this.
Birdie!
And sure enough, it goes in. So after the triple bogey start, I recover a bit there with a birdie. Okay, hole number 3. Short little par 3. I'm not able to get shot trackers on these at this point. It's just too foggy. The ball just gets lost too quick, and we can't even really get yardages, so I'm using general yardages throughout most of this front 9. And I would highly encourage anybody, if you've made it this far in the video, make sure that you make it to the back 9. There is an incredible streak of holes by one of the men in this group, possibly one of the best players that I've ever played with in my life, and definitely the longest hitters I've ever played with in my life. So here we go for par on this hole number 3 in. It is a bad putt, breaks off to the left, so I'm going to go ahead and take a bogey on this one. It's not the start I was hoping for here. I'm 3 over through 3 holes, but settling in now. Long par 5. Got the driver in hand. And I think I actually hit that one almost further away from the hole than I even started. This one is way far to the right. It lands really close to the green on the next hole. And this is Jordan, his first shot here. And then this is Brandon. And we got Roy here. It's going to bring up the, excuse me, I didn't bring Roy in on that one. I didn't get his shot yet. Okay, so I end up kind of in the woods, having to punch this one out, just get back to the fairway. And mission accomplished. One thing that's also making this round a little bit more difficult is cart path only today, and it feels like whenever it's cart path only, you're never hit your ball near the cart path. You're always having to run all the way across the fairway, and you always bring that one club that is either too much or too little, but you don't feel like running back to the cart to get a new one. So dealing with that a little bit today as well. So after my poor tee shot, I've actually recovered a little bit here. This one ends up just off the green, front side of the green. I do have a putt here for par, but realistically it's a 1 in 20 chance I'm going to make this, but I do roll it up there fairly close. I'm going to go ahead and hopefully tap this one in and get a bogey. Not too much damage done to the score. And I do pick up onto the next hole. So hole 5 here is a little bit straight away. Kind of a downhiller. If you're a huge driver, I usually land right on top of the hill, and I try and have an approach from on top of the hill in. Kind of falling out of balance there, but this ends up being actually a perfect drive. It's right in the middle, leaves me about 170 on my next shot.
Yeah, kind of. It opens up, but I think you'll be fine.
And this is Roy for his first shot on the channel today. Okay, so like I said, it hit a good one right in the middle. The flag is kind of by the tall tree that's straight away. 7-iron here. Comes off the toe, it's going right, it's actually in the right rough. Pretty nasty shot here. This is gonna be a pretty this is gonna be a heck of a tester here to try and get this one up and down from here. Chipping has been one of the strong points in the game recently, and this is actually a really good chip. I put it to about 6 feet, so I'm able to get a realistic chance here of going up and down to save a par. And I do, in fact, make that one, get away with the par. Feeling pretty good about that outcome. That's a tough hole. Hole number 6, this is a par 3, a little bit uphill. A little bit of a long shot as well, but it's just straight away. Bunkers guarding the front left and front right.
Probably wrong. Yeah, you're on. Okay. Just over the hill in front. Oh, yeah. Just short.
That's so bad. I probably should use it.
Oh, that's not good. That's gonna be fine.
I think I got just over.
You say you're more of a golfer or a basketball player?
So I land in the fringe here. Got a putt for birdie. It's a long one. Not too much in it. Overall, the course is in decent condition today. The greens are a little bit bumpy, but it's been pretty wet recently, so there's some ball marks and things that just take time to kind of work themselves out. So this is for par here. And that goes, and I'm starting to recover from that horrendous start now. I'm going to be 4 over going into number 7. This is a little bit of a dog leg left here. A straight drive. There's a bunker that's in play out there. But you can miss anywhere to the right and generally have a shot in. Hit this one hard. It's heading right at that bunker there. I lose it in the fog, so we'll just have to see when we get up there.
Oh, yeah.
Shot, Brandon.
And this is where Brandon starts to actually pick up and play pretty good. That thing was absolutely smoked.
Shot. I feel like I did hear Davey down there. Oh, that's gone. Yeah, way gone.
So end up with a 90-yard bunker shot. This is one of those ones where I did not grab enough club, so I'm going to have to swing extra hard to try and get this there. Slipped a little bit, fell out of balance trying to give it everything I got, but this was actually one of my best shots of the day. This lands long of the pin, and it is on the green, so it gives me a shot for birdie coming back.
You didn't play the bumps.
And much lower than I was anticipating. It looks like it's a downhill putt, but again, I'm not having a great read day on these greens quite yet. This is for par. Missed that as well. That one's very frustrating. That one was right on line. It kind of bounced off to the right at the last second. I feel like I put the perfect putt on it. but that's a bogey. So going into 8, I will be 5 over. This one is a dog leg to the left. I like to just use driver out here and try and bend it around the corner with a little bit of a draw if I can. If you hit a straight ball, you will probably end up in the woods. This was a really good drive. This one also ends up doing exactly what I wanted. Starts down the middle, fades a little bit to the left, and ends up right in the middle of the fairway. And Brandon's starting to show some class here now. I can tell this guy's played before. This is a 3-wood that he hits, and this one actually outdrives my driver by about 40 yards and seemed like a pretty light swing there. So he's kind of starting to show that he's got some game. In a good spot. When I first hit this ball, I thought I only had 160 to the pin, so I did not have enough club for this, which I'm disappointed because I actually stroked that shot pretty good, but it ends up short of the green. So got a tough chip here into a tough green. This one undulates a little bit. It also runs from left to right and from back to front. I just want to try and get this thing as close as I can and try and get my par.
Yep.
Well, I'm pretty happy with this chip. It gives me at least the opportunity to go in for a par. Probably got about 12 feet left here. Knew I missed it right away, but that's a tap-in bogey. That's not the worst outcome for this hole. Hole number 9, a long par 5. This one just requires a strong drive. You can be a little bit on the left side if you want. If you're trying to go for it in 2, I've never made this green in 2 before. If you end up a little bit to the right, you're going to be forced to go and make a 3-shot hole, generally. So this one goes down the left side.
That's okay. That'll be
Okay.
fine.
You have a.
You're not gonna get. You'll be blocked out by the trees a little bit, but.
But if you go high over the.
Right there.
Yep. So I end up on the left side in the rough behind a tree. I have the option to either go under or go around with the draw. I opt to try and go around and hit a massive draw around it. I'm trying to max as much distance I can on this.
Oh, turn. Fuck.
It ends up being a low, somewhat poor strike. It just basically goes about 100 yards forward, but also across the fairway. So now I'm across the fairway in almost a similar situation. Now I can either go around and try and hit a fade or to set up my approach shot after this, and I decide to just hit kind of a light, easy one. Make sure I have a nice little approach shot. It ends up being about 125 yards to the flag from where this ball lands. So not going to be the easiest up and down in the world, but still has a chance here in the left rough.
Go.
Again, put a good strike on this one. I think I was under clubbed. We're still not able to get yardages with the rangefinders yet. They always they're getting blocked out by this fog, but got a chance to chip here for par at least, and hopefully at worst walk away with a bogey.
Scotty said.
I love it.
Don't hit the greatest chip there. It leaves a little bit too much length to make this realistic here. About 10 feet, but a little bit of a breaker
Oh, how'd that
for
break
bogey.
back?
And brush it by. Leaves about 3 feet for my double. Tap that in and end the front 9 with a +8. Considering the time of year, the lack of rangefinders, it's a little bit tough. Here's Brandon starting the back 9.
Oh yeah.
Wow. This shot ends up being the furthest tee shot that I have ever seen by anybody on this hole. That was an absolute massacre of a shot there. Decent strike here, heading a little bit right. I'm hoping that it stays within our boundaries of our hole, because from anywhere over there, it's a decent approach shot.
That was almost like Brandon. That was almost like Brandon.
I'll take a breakfast.
Roy saying he's almost like Brandon there. That kind of became the joke of the round. That'll be fine. So I got about 145, a straight downhill. You cannot see the flag from here. They have a pole set up that's tall. It's like 30 feet tall that you kind of get to aim at.
Yeah, that might be way long.
Did not strike this one very good. I thought this was going to be long and way right. But I actually get to the hole and I find that this one is on the green. It's really not that bad of a position. It's pretty much hole high, about 20 feet for a birdie here.
Good line.
Has the line but not the distance. That'll be a tap in par.
Sit.
Oh.
That's good. You picked it up.
And this is Brandon for his par, so he is going to be also even on the back nine. Hole number 11, this is a way downhill par 3.
Good.
About 156 yards. I think it's playing about 147. Brandon hits a good one there. It ends up being a little bit short right of the green, just off.
I'm gonna hit a draw. I'm gonna hit a draw. Holy shit. You want me to go? You got it?
And Roy there providing one of the funniest golf moments I've probably seen over the past year with the tree knocker. Tree knockers are always pretty funny.
No, no, you're good.
Hit a decent ball there. It ends up on the left side of the green, just barely holding on to the green. It'll be a putt for a birdie. And Jordan does almost exactly the same thing. We are about 2 feet apart. His is slightly closer than mine, so I'll be giving him the line here. So I'm extending out this putting session here. There are 3 birdie putts that are going to occur. I'm going to go ahead and start it off.
Oh, no turn, huh? I think you pushed it.
Right away, I know I pulled it a little bit off my line. It actually didn't move hardly at all. Ends up about 3 feet from the cup, so not what I was hoping for. Here's Brent. So take note of the right side of the screen. I know it's a little bit hard to tell, but Brandon's going for his birdie just off the green. And as you can tell by our reactions, he made that. He's 1 under for this back nine. Here's Jordan giving almost the same putt as I just had.
Oh, I've got to go.
And decent effort. That'll be a kick in for his par. And I happily make my par. And Brandon's also in for par, so between the 3 of us, we played this hole in 1 under in a best ball scenario. On to hole number 12. Hole number 12 is another par 5. Not the longest par 5. There's definitely some big hitters that can get on this green in 2. Here's Brandon.
He's just left. I think he should be in play. It's coming back right.
And this one ended up starting down the left side. It actually faded back really nicely towards the middle. That's he's in prime position with about as close as you're going to be able to get to the hole for a second shot. Here's my shot. And this one's also right down the middle, feeling pretty good about that. But by the time we get up to these balls, Brandon's ball's at least 50 yards further than mine. I actually hit that drive pretty well, so that gives a little perspective on how far these guys are hitting the ball. Jordan's also a big hitter too, but he's a little bit wild, sort of a like myself, but he's definitely got more distance than I got. So about 220 away, I'm going to take the 3-wood here. It's a little bit more open towards the right, which is kind of the miss I'm looking for, but I end up actually going a little more left towards the tree line, getting kind of scared, but it does stay in play. It gives me a chip shot to get up there for a birdie opportunity. So here's my chip. It's completely blind flag at this point. This is about 20-30 feet uphill from where I'm at. Felt like I gave it too much when I hit it. I was thinking that was going to be long and over, but it actually ends up being a pretty good shot. I'm going to start right away here with Brandon. This is for an eagle.
Oh my gosh.
Nice shot.
Wow.
And the eagle has landed.
Yeah.
Brandon did a putting eagle.
I've seen chip in.
witnessed someone actually putt an eagle in. I've seen some chip ins. That was a fantastic hole. He's 3 under on this back 9 already.
You only have to take 2.
So here I go. This is my birdie opportunity.
Break.
Is that par?
Gave it a
This
really
is
good
par,
roll there,
yeah.
but that's an easy par, and I'll take it. That gives me 8 over through 12 holes, going into 13. This one's a par 3, a little bit downhill. It's completely over a ravine. Kind of a long shot here.
Nice
Dude.
shot.
Brandon starts out.
Awesome
It's a really
shot.
nice one. That one's on the green.
No, you're fine. Top hole. What'd you hit there? 8 iron?
Really good strike on this one. I hit it a little bit off the toe, so it ends up going to the left side. It misses the green, but it stays within the boundaries of the hole, so I'll have a chip shot coming back at it. Here's Jordan also going right at the flag. He ends up being just slightly long, and it rolls back. It's a
Yeah, he's
beautiful
coming
shot.
back.
He's got himself about 7-8 feet for a birdie.
Oh, did he? Go.
And Roy hits kind of a low, wild one. It lands about 30 yards in front of the green, but it actually rolls out all the way to the front of the green. I believe he putts for a birdie.
Oh, man.
I'm a chip shot coming back. Thought I hit it good, but it checked up right away. It didn't really get much roll out, so I got some work left for a par.
Like, never so slick.
Roll hard. Roll hard.
Gave it a good try. This is a easy bogey at least. Didn't blow up the scorecard. And for the record, Brandon pars that hole there, so he's still holding 3 under on this back 9. Jordan showing the power there. That was an absolute bomb out there.
Might be right. Might be right.
Not to be outdone, Brandon steps up. His is a little bit more to the left because we told him to hit it a little bit more to the left, and he hits a bomb as well. That one's going to be a really good one coming in.
Slightly.
And definitely my worst tee shot of the day there. This thing only goes about 180 yards. It hooks over. It's pretty on the tree barrier. I'm going to have some problems with this next one. I'm going to go ahead and take out my longest club. I'm actually going to try and go through that gap there that you can see between the tree on the right and the left. But I chunked the, whatever you want to call it, out of it. It actually popped straight up and it's heading right towards Brandon and Jordan hanging out in the fairway. Luckily it didn't hit him. So I got some work here to do. This is an uphill hole, about 140 yards. Good strike going at the hole. It's working its way a little bit left though. and ultimately finds the bunker, same bunker that Roy ends up finding. I'm going to show Roy's shot. He hits a real nice one here, puts it to about 5 feet. I got a good read. The sand is soft, so I know that I can just do a normal shot here. Sometimes these bunkers, when they're all wet, they can be hard, and it's hard to tell how it's going to come out, but that one came out kind of nice.
Right. Hit it. Right. I'll take it.
Solid attempt there. I'm happy with it. It gives me about 8-10 feet for a bogey. And no good on the bogey attempt, but that is a easy double. Not happy with that. Game falling apart a little bit today, but overall I'm okay with what's going on. I believe Brandon parred that hole, so he's still 300 on this back nine.
That could actually work, though. If it gets through.
And this was an absolute rip of a drive as well. He's taking the absolute direct line towards the flag. This went dog legs to the left, pretty much at the direction that his ball was going.
That should be good, actually.
Over.
And Jordan also hits a decent one there. And now is probably the time that I should warn you that my camera runs out of battery after this shot. I wasn't necessarily prepared to even play golf today. I just happened to have some extra time on my hands. So anyone who watched this video to this far, I appreciate it. Really appreciated playing the round with Brandon, Roy, and Jordan. They're really, really good people. Had a good time with them. So thanks for watching. More of these types of videos to come.